every 17-year-old lad's dream, the Yamaha R125. It's, in my eyes, probably one of the best 125s on the market. Why, you ask? Well, let's go through it. It's a 4-stroke, so it's not, you know, particularly powerful. It's only got 15 brake horsepower, which at the end of the day isn't going to excite many people. But for a 17-year-old, it's ideal. So this is the Generation 2, which is very similar to the Generation 1. However, the Gen 1 has no ABS. The Gen 2 has ABS. With it being 140 kilos, 15 brake horsepower and 12.5 newton meters of torque, for an experienced rider, this isn't an appealing bike at all. If you have christened your R125 with the Holy Black Widow or the Holy Lextech end cans, you'll know that this thing on a Monday morning on the way to college or on the way to your first Saturday job is awesome. Just revving the knackers off it, waking everyone up. This thing is awesome. I mean, like, just through the country lanes, it is so fun and just light, nimble, agile. You could just flick it from left to right, whichever way you want to go. It's amazing. But the downside to this is it's an expensive bike for what it is. You're spending a lot of money, especially a new one. You can pick up old ones on Facebook Market, but again, you don't know what you're getting. You could be getting an absolute bargain, or you could be getting an absolute mess, I suppose. It's an expensive bike for what you get, really. Like 15 brake horsepower. I mean, there's bikes out there like Phaser 600s and old CBR 600Fs you can pick up for 1,500 quid. Whereas sometimes you're looking on Facebook Market, eBay, even some dealerships want £2,500–3,000 for one of these second-hand used. And that's a lot of money. But what makes it appealing is, especially for the younger generation, I mean, it's just got that Yamaha R Sport look to it. Whereas the CBR 125 just doesn't have that aggressive look. In terms of the look, like I said, it's appealing to every 17-year-old. I mean, myself, when I was 17, I really wanted one, but like I said, the downside was the price. In terms of what you can get in terms of like a YBR or a CBF, it's a lot cheaper to get something like that than it is an R125. However, the R125, I mean, like I said, what 17-year-old doesn't want one of these? I mean, look at it. It's the dashboard. Look, it's all new. It's new technology. It's not this old analog stuff. It's got, I mean, even it's got a fancy info button on it. I mean, if you look here on the info button, it goes through some settings. I mean, it tells you how long you've been riding for. It tells you your average speed. It tells you distance until, well, since you've done your last service, and it gives you your miles per gallon. This is an 11.5 litre fuel tank that you can fill up, and it will last a week. If you're literally just going to and from college or to and from work, 10–15 quid to fill up, and it will last you a week, which where else can you get that with a bike? It doesn't matter whether you're ragging it through the country lanes or you're here in a city or a town or a village. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it's going to last a lot longer on fuel than it is anything else, like compared to an R7 or an R6. I mean, this thing, fuel consumption wise, is amazing. I mean, at the moment I've got 100 miles per gallon. With the bars being like this, it's an aggressive position, but it's not as aggressive as your typical sports bike. I mean, if you're a slightly older person looking to get into riding but want that sports bike look, I mean, again, the newer generation of bikes and the newer sports bikes, the clip-ons are actually underneath the top yoke, whereas the older stuff, this clamp is on the top of the yoke, which gives it a slightly higher feeling on the bar, so you're not quite down near the over the front of the bike. Now, with the foot pegs being sat in a fairly sporty position, again, you get a decent sport feel when you're on the bike, which again, as a 17-year-old, you want to be able to feel like you're on that big bike you admire, and that big bike you want to get when you turn 21 or 24, when you get your full license. In my eyes, this has got to be one of the best looking 125 sports bike. The thing with this is it's quite heavy, it's big, it's given road presence, which again is a positive. Running costs of this bike, again, it's a 125, so it is so cheap. I mean, I picked up a service kit for this thing. You get a spark plug, a litre of oil, an air filter and an oil filter for like 30 quid. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's 30 quid for a service. When you're looking at big bikes, you're looking at 4 spark plugs and 4 litres of oil. This thing, I mean, it takes less than a litre of oil, unless you're doing the filter as well, 1 spark plug, which again keeps the cost down on it. So yes, it may be a big investment to start off with when buying the bike. However, the actual running costs of it are tiny. I mean, tax is like 20 quid a year. Again, yes, out there is cheaper bikes to run, like in terms of the insurance and the actual outright cost, like a YBR 125 or the CB 125R or something along the lines of that, something a bit more upright and naked. But again, it's all about the looks with this thing. You're paying for the look. I just can't fault it. I genuinely can't fault this bike. It's amazing. I mean, you want to go for a town, again, slightly on the sporty side, but if you keep it stock like I have and not got your holy christened exhaust pipes on it, I mean, it's ideal. I mean, you can get to work on it in style. You can get to college on it in style. Another thing with this bike is it's nimble, it's agile, it's a 125. Like I said, it weighs 140 kilos. Through traffic, again, if you go to work in the city, it will get through the traffic, it will nip through the traffic. If you've got the money to outright buy one, get it, because like I said, it's awesome. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one.